already know. Already.
I got the time today, I'm looking for all of the fades, want all of the smoke, all of my goals inside of the scope. I'm taking it healed and coming for more. Woke up, didn't even stretch, I'm placing my bets on myself, I be doing the most. Why you always talk like you wanted to go? I ain't gotta speak cause I already know. This ain't been new to me, a news to me, I came out the womb unique. Shine bright like jewelry, of course you don't wanna fool with me. I got views to see and gifts to use, I got everything to gain and none to lose, and he can prove. I took his burden and yoke, it's like moose when I hit the moves.
You can't tell me anything, I mean anything, that's for sure.
I already know.
I know my identity from the go.
I told you I already know.
You can't tell me anything, I mean anything, that's for sure.
I already know.
I know my identity from the go.
I already know. Already know. I already know.
Yeah. I'm spitting the truth. When I'm in the booth, I take you to school. Yeah. This ain't a lesson. I put on this armor like it was my weapon. I'm stepping, the ops can leave. My props are these utilities he put inside of my belt. Feeling me, it's just the face I can tell. But really the king is the one you can smell. This ain't been new to me, a news to me. I came out the womb unique. Shine bright like jewelry. Of course you don't wanna fool with me. I got views to see and gifts to use. I got everything to gain and none to lose, and he can prove. I took his burden and yoke, it's like moose when I hit the moves. Yeah.
You can't tell me.
Top two seeds in the Division IV Willard District have made a run here into the championship round, where number 2 Clear Fork and top-seeded Perkins will battle it out for a spot in the Sweet 16, and we've got all the action on the way from sunny Willard. Your pregame coverage between the Colts and Pirates is all coming up next.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology? develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
It's the Global Energy Partners pregame show. We have narrowed down the competition in the field in this Division IV district down to the final two competing for a trip to regionals. And we've got number 2 Clear Fork and the top-seeded Perkins Pirates about to decide who will move on into those regionals. I am Brian Skowronski. Evan Johnson is joining me here tonight as we welcome you to the fabulous Willard Sports Complex. I think the two best teams on paper, according to the seeding, we've seen it. They've proven it so far here, Evan, and it all boils down to a really fun game. We're expecting a big-time matchup here today on a beautiful afternoon in Willard.
Yeah, very beautiful sunny day. Finally, we get some good weather, and I'm expecting some good baseball today as well. Like you mentioned, the top 2 seeds, and they're here for a reason. I mean, once you saw this district on paper, you knew that these were the 2 best teams going at it, but today, it's anyone's game.
Clear Fork, if you're a fan of the OH Report, you've been watching the Colts' journey all season long. They won a district championship last year in Gabe Kennedy's second season, and they felt like they had the horses to get back to regionals again this season, and they've been dominant, Evan. You see over their last 3 outings, they've only given up 1 run, and I just feel like this team's starting to hit their stride in the right moments.
Yeah, they have such a good pitching squad and a good defense to go behind it. They just have so much firepower in their lineup that they can make anything happen on offense at any time.
Got a ton of fantastic hitters. You're looking at 2 of them right there. Some big-time seniors, Mason Sanson and, of course, Jay Jackson, 2 of the very best from the MOAC that we covered throughout the entire season. But our player spotlight tonight, another senior in Garret Hotz. He actually picked up a save in the semifinal win over Vermilion the other night. He's a dual threat. He can overpower you from the bump, and he can hit for power from the batter's box. He's just a big, strong kid, kind of a beaming light out there, too. I'm guessing this kid's going to come out here, and he's going to put everything on display tonight.
Oh, yeah, I think we're going to see some of his best stuff today. I mean, it's your best players, especially your seniors, showing out in the district championship. Hotz is just very overpowering on the mound. He has some great breaking stuff. He's just got a great mix of pitches that will really leave hitters very unbalanced.
He's going to get the start on the bump here today. He'll also be hitting number 4 in the lineup this afternoon. We'll tell you about the Pirates and number 1 seed and how they were able to earn that, get to this point in the season when we take you between the bases here at the end of this first half of the first inning. But action is just about to get underway, and that is the Sandusky Bay Lake Player of the Year in Talon Walton, who gets the start on the bump here today. And all of his numbers have been fantastic all season long. We were a little surprised, actually, he didn't get the start in the semifinal, but that's because they were saving him for the championship round. They were able to get here as Sansom slices that one just a little bit foul down the first base side. So really good pitching matchup, I think, today, Evan.
Yeah, Walton on the bump today. This kid has 22 innings pitched and 37 strikeouts. That's good for 11.8 strikeouts through 7 innings. I expect to see, it's going to be hard to get it with this Clear Fork lineup, but that's been his specialty all season.
Sansom chops this one. Big hopper. Stays in the air for a while. He charges down first base side, and the throw in time for the first out.
Perfect PFP right there. Talon just kind of calls off his catcher, makes the play, doesn't try to rush the throw over to first, and a nice clean play.
Bring up Jay Jackson. Ridiculous numbers the entire season for these Colts. From top to bottom, probably the best hitter that we featured on the OH report all season long. When you look at the 440 average, gets on base about 56% of the time. And here he is ahead in the count. A couple of balls to start him off.
Yeah, even when he does get out, they're tough outs. He's just so fast on the diamond.
Rips this one right at the second baseman, scooped up. And Jackson goes down as well. So 2 quick outs here for Sandusky Perkins.
It's kind of what we saw in the Clear Fork's last game against Vermilion. I mean, the first 9 batters did not get on base. Kind of a slower start for their offense. They're going to really need to jumpstart it here early.
Hunter Ray Hall's going to get the start at third base. He's in number 3 in the lineup today. First pitch strike dialed in here by Talon. Walton working quickly. Sends that one over the outside portion of the plate. 0-2. Got him swinging. 3 pitches and the first strikeout of the game for Talon Walton. So Perkins sets down Clear Fork's side in order. Great start for them. And let's hear a little bit more about their journey as we take you between the bases thanks to our friends at Global Energy Partners. The number 1 seed for a reason coming into this tournament. They really tested themselves throughout the course of the regular season and looked really good in that semifinal victory over Shelby that you watched live and free just the other night here on the OH Report. Talked about the fact that they've got a stable of really live arms. They can pitch several different guys, crazy talent, 5 first-team all-league performers. I think that's the most I've ever heard of on any roster ever.
Yeah, I mean, just a star-studded lineup. And when we got to do the MVP interview with Cash Cook, you know, they weren't deflated by those losses towards the end of the season because they knew they were playing these tough teams, going down to Columbus, playing teams like DeSales, and it made them ready for the tournament, and they felt that they were ready for any test that was thrown at them.
Certainly proved it in that semifinal showdown. Looked good here out of the gates tonight. 3 up, 3 down for the Colts. In our player spotlight, we're going with the senior on this side too. Dylan Crabtree signed with the University of Findlay, broke the single season steals record a couple of weeks back. It was 30. It's now 38 and counting. Phenomenal speed on the base pass, and he's just got great range. We saw that out of left field. Made a couple of dynamic catches against the Whippets the other night.
Yeah, I don't think you realize how much 38 stolen bases is. That's ridiculous. To even get on base that many times, to have the opportunity to get 30 stolen bases is very impressive. And the lone senior on this Perkins squad, so he's going to be the main leader today for the Pirates.
See Crabtree standing on deck right now. Bryce Davey leads off the game tonight for the Pirates. This one ripped, but it is again right at the second baseman. And the throw for the out gets it done.
Bryce attacking right away, first pitch swinging. Just kind of gets on top of it, not able to do much with it.
Garret Hotz, 3-2 as a starter this season. Showed you the numbers, the 2.15 ERA. Dials in a strike here to Crabtree. One and one now the count. Hotz working quickly. Big kick, breaking ball. Bends into the zone.
Even though Hotz has the ability to blow it by you, get the strikeout pitch, he also forces just so much weak contact. He really trusts his defense behind him.
Pitch to the lefty, able to get a good chunk of it. The diving Jackson can't bring it in, and that will be a single here. First base runner of the evening, produced by the Pirates, and pretty fitting that we pick Crabtree as the player spotlight, getting it done here to start things off.
Yeah, that ball was perfectly placed. Not like too much of a barrel, just kind of maybe off of the end of the bat. Had a lot of spin on it. Jay Jackson almost getting a glove on it, but even if he was, Crabtree's so fast, you knew he was going to be safe at first.
We showed you that he's closing in on 40 stolen bags for the season. That's why Hotz going to keep a respectful eye on him as he hops that one over to first base. Nice snag by Chandler Ball.
The catcher, Dawson Staley, did throw a runner out in their last game against Vermilion. He does have the capability to gun runners down at second.
This is Braxton Martin, starting third baseman. Hitting in the number 3 spot tonight. Hotz takes a look over at first base. Crabtree stays there. Then we'll get the throw down to first just to make sure that he doesn't get too many ideas down there on the base pass.
Yeah, I would keep testing Crabtree, just seeing if you can catch him frozen at any point and get him maybe too far away from the base.
He'll take off. Hit and run is on Jackson. The only play to be made is over at first, and he does get the out. Strong throw from Jay, 2 down.
Yeah, that was a really strong throw from Jackson. His momentum was taking him towards second to cover the base because the stolen base by Crabtree. But then he had to cut back, get that ground ball. He had no momentum in his throw. That was just the strength of his arm, able to get it across the diamond.
Bring up Talon Walton. Starting opposite of Hotz here today. Walton, as mentioned, the player of the year in the SBC Lake Division. Hits for fantastic average, .355 on the year. And slugging .526. So Crabtree and all that speed standing on second. It's a dangerous spot for the Colts here early on. Hotz gets him to fan at this. Solid pitch. Garrett's doing a great job mixing up his pitches so far here.
Yeah, he does a great job of that. Just kind of, it's a struggle for hitters in the box to really predict what is coming next at them.
Big lead for Crabtree. Inside part of the plate, strike 2. Hotz gets the call, checks in at second. Short stretch, flared up. Crabtree turning for home. Catch is made easily here by Mason Sansom for out number 3. So we've had 1 base runner so far. Colts 3 up, 3 down to start off the game. And as we take you back between the bases, Global Energy Partners bringing you today's pregame and in-game coverage. Take a look at our keys to victory today for both squads. Let's begin with the number 1 seed and the Perkins Pirates. How about no crooked numbers for the Colts offense? You just got to hold their damage to a minimum here today. So 0, fantastic. But if they're going to get you for some runs, maybe just 1 per inning if you can, Evan. Don't allow them to come out and put a 3-4 spot up. And if they do that, I think they come out, win today, move on to the regional.
Yeah, the Colts can explode on offense at any moment. You know, they just keep bending, and eventually they are going to break. But, yeah, if you can limit that big inning, it would be huge.
And for you, stringing some hits together. So back-to-back, get like 2-3 hits in bunches.
Yeah, we kind of just saw it right there where they had a chance, right? Crabtree gets just a single. He's able to get over to second base. But then after that, there's no one to hit him across. So they kind of got to put those hits together, use their base running to their advantage to get runners across.
And on the opposite side today for the number 2 seed, I'm going with seniors step up. Several guys have been such a big part of the program over the last 2, 3, and even you look at guys like Jackson the last 4 seasons. Make this your day, man. Continue your legacy, and if they play well, I think the Colts get it done.
Yeah, I mean, for when you're in these type of winner-go-home situations, like this could be your last game ever for some of these seniors. So you gotta have to play with the mentality of nothing to lose.
Those are your keys to victory presented by Global Energy Partners. As we're now ready for second inning action. Garret Hotz will start things off here for the Colts from the batter's box. Not a lot of contacts in that first inning made by the Clear Fork offense. Does get a piece of this one, though faded foul. Just a gorgeous afternoon here in Willard, and we've been desperately waiting for great baseball, softball weather. It's finally arrived. It's a little behind and unseasonably still chilly, if you will. So I think that this is probably the best weather that we can possibly expect coming up here these next couple of days, and we're in line for some fantastic championship baseball and softball.
Yeah, this is how the tournament should look with the sun out. I've missed the sun.
Yeah, you can see the field looks like it's glowing today.
Yeah.
Great pitch there. Just does catch a piece of the outside corner. So Hotz now looking at a 2-2 count. Take his time, step out, readjust his gloves. Swalton gets a little lick there on the fingers. Anything to try to get a little bit of extra spin on the ball. And here it is, a breaking ball, a little low in the zone.
Able to keep speed on it. It's not a very loopy breaking ball, but it cuts so hard. Saw a lot of late break in that pitch.
Full count. Hotz takes advantage, first base runner tonight for the Colts. That'll bring up Chandler Ball, first baseman.
Ball, one of the rare hitters in this lineup, hitting under 300, but still right there at 296.
It's going to show bunt, brings it back. And Hotz, even though he's got a big body, about 6'5", over 200 pounds, excellent speed. Anybody who watched Clear Fork basketball this season, they certainly noted that. So he is a threat out on the pass, potentially to take off. As he shimmies out, gets his lead from first. Ball leans in again, shows bunt, and pulls it back. This time it's over for a strike for Walton.
Got to be able to execute in these moments, put the pressure on the Perkins defense.
The 1-1 pitch. Walton, short stride, and whips that in there. Back-to-back strikes now for Talon. Walton on the season, fantastic numbers, a 1.27 ERA. Only given up 10 hits all year. Ball looking for one, third base line. Barely foul. Tough to see from our vantage point with the dugout right there. That was probably only a couple of feet outside of the boundary.
Yeah, if that ball was to land, that would have been just a huge hit for Clear Fork. The left fielder, Cash Cook, was kind of drifted more towards center field, so there was a lot of space over there. Now he's pinching towards that line a little bit more, learning from the last pitch.
Ball staying alive. He's got a 386 on base percentage. Not this time, though. Fanned, and the second strikeout recorded by Talon Walton.
I mean, that's what Walton does best, is a strikeout pitch. He does a good job of hiding the ball for a long time. He kind of keeps it behind him, so hitters even have just a split second less time to read the ball out of his hand.
Judah Chamberlain, one of those allotment of players you mentioned, over a 300 average, 313 to be precise so far on the season for Mr. Chamberlain. 15 hits, all singles so far this year for Judah. Hotz with a small lead off of first. Walton with the pitch inside.
Not a bad pitch going from the outside to the inside corner. See if he goes now. Breaking ball here, trying to get Chamberlain to chase.
Been moving it around the strike zone, trying to keep these Colts hitters off balance. Taking backhands, and they'll just get one over at first. So pretty good leap off of the bat there for Garret Hotz to take off. And he's into second base.
Kind of surprised the first baseman Parker didn't go for the double play. The ball got to him in time. I think Hotz did just kind of a good job of staying in his lane and not giving Blake Parker a chance to make a clean throw to second.
Runner in scoring position for the first time today for Clear Fork. And Porter Schmidt stepping up to the plate. This lefty has blazing speed out of the box. Looks at a first pitch strike. Schmidt carries a .269 average into today. Seeking his 15th hit of the season right here. Trying to take command of the box, stepping out. Malton's been in really good rhythm. Looks pretty much identical every time he gets the ball back. About the same amount of time. As he checks in on Hotz. Sends into home plate. And it's outside.
And if you don't see the speed from Porter Schmidt on the base pass this at-bat, you'll definitely see it in center field. That kid can fly out there, cover just so much territory.
This one bending back over the middle, started outside. Beautiful pitch from Walton. Now 1-2 the count. Here it is, in on the hands. Flares that one out over by Chloe's pit stop. Got some coffee out here today, and we were kind of joking. We didn't have any snacks or refreshments when we came out here for the semifinals. It was super cold that day, too. I think Chloe's is maybe a couple days behind. She would have made a killing.
Oh, it was, yeah, a cold day. It would have been a perfect day for some hot coffee. A lot of people here with the doubleheader. Yeah, they missed out on opportunity there.
Great crowd on hand watching the strike out here. It is the third of the game so far for that gentleman right there. Cash Cook due up in the lineup for Perkins. He'll be followed by Parker and Bennett. That's on the way when we return for the bottom of the second.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Back here for the bottom half of the second inning, Garret Hotz, starting pitcher today for the Colts. Allowed a single. Runner advanced the second in the first, but that was it. Still no score here on a sunny afternoon in Willard. District championship on the line between the top 2 seeds. We do appreciate everybody tuning in live and free today on our Facebook, the BS Media Facebook, along with our YouTube channel 1. No matter where you're watching from on any of those 3 accounts, do love hearing from you, the fans, so drop us some comments. Me and Evan would love to know where you're taking in the action from today, who you're cheering for, and anytime something cool happens in the game, say something about it. Love hearing your comments. We'll feature in the fan zone. Anytime we get a little bit of downtime, we'll jump in there, see what you cool cats are talking about. Back-to-back balls delivered here now to Cash Cook, our MVP. Had a perfect game going against Shelby until the final inning of that affair the other night. Faced basically the minimum. And he was just a pretty cool cat to talk to. I mean, he just seems like he's oozing with confidence, and you love having those type of guys, obviously, in the lineup, Evan, because it's got that trickle-down effect. If Cash looks like everything's going well, heck, why wouldn't it be going for you?
Yeah, I mean, the confidence was just radiating off the mound. I mean, he was just trusting every single one of his pitches. He knew he had his best stuff that day, and that was one of the best pitching performances that I've seen that bit, going 6 innings perfect against a tough Shelby squad.
Turns on this one just a little bit late as the count is full. 7th pitch of this at-bat coming up here in a moment. So it shakes off the first couple ideas here from Dawson Staley. Then comes in, breaking ball inside. 3 hoppers, Jackson on the fly. Gets the out.
Another sound play from Jackson. We saw him have some errant throws in their last game. Good to see him cleaning up his defense here. We know how special he is on this field.
Just always look at the feet of Jay Jackson. That's what impresses me most. It seems like it's always the minimum amount of moves made to get to the action. As they record the first out here, Cash over to the dugout, brings up Blake Parker. This is going to be 69th plate appearance for Blake this season. Thrown off a bit by that pitch here from Hotz.
Hotz is just going to keep you guessing in the box. Just does a great job at mixing things up.
Here's Schmidt in the outfield. Diving effort. And they say he's got it. 2 down.
There's Porter Schmidt in a very impressive play. Making the dive. We'll see if it stands. Umpires coming together. It was close, but take a look. Oh.
Slowed it down as much as we could. We'll run it back one more time. And it's tough for the umpires. And even if you watch our replay, and I'm going to show it to you, I'm going to slow it down to about 20% speed when it gets to Porter.
I think that touches the ground.
Yeah, probably.
I think it bounces.
But that's one of those, like a receiver, where when you pop up with that much confidence, it's hard to overturn this, I think, if you're the umpires. We'll see if they get it right. We don't have conclusive evidence, but I'd say about 75% sure that probably did a little hop into the mitt.
Yeah, and I mean, he played it perfectly. He got up right away, threw it in, acted like he made the catch. And with the original call being an out, it's going to be really hard to overturn it. And we see the umpire making the official call that is going to be considered a catch.
So Porter Schmidt, he's been a part of our Diamond Cuts on Big League Berardi's show. That we're taking a week off for that, by the way, if you were wondering yesterday, where is the roundup? Well, it's because we had so many games yesterday. We've got a ton of games today and tomorrow, and we want to also extend the show. It's supposed to end the week before the state championships for baseball. Now we're going through the entire season, and we're going to have an unbelievable amount of plays to choose from for the Diamond Cuts and then Big League's greatest hits next week. Definitely looking forward to that episode. You should too. It'll be on Wednesday night. Hotz in a little hole here. Dials up a strike here to Quentin Bennett. Bennett with a 296 average to start the day. Make that 288. Now Hotz with back-to-back strikes. Evens up the count here. Two's wild here in the bottom of the second. Looking to get out of the frame. Breaking ball does just bend wide. This is pretty close.
And the outside. And I was able to hold back on it.
This one up in the zone. So a walk issued the first of the game from Garret Hotz. Just the 23rd walk he's had so far this season. Bring up Mason Souter, starting second baseman. Didn't play the other day against Shelby. So this is our introduction to Mason this season. He's got a .397 on-base percentage. This is his 55th plate appearance. And fades that one over the Clear Fork dugout.
Yeah, just kind of with the pitching changes from the last game, guys moving around. In the defense, Suter able to get the start today at second.
Too tall for Garret Hotz on that last pitch. Leaving that change up a little bit up in the zone. Checks in over on first. Bennett rather. Doesn't have a ton of speed over there. Back-to-back walks issued now by Garret Hotz. So Mason to first. Quentin heads over to second. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Sam Schweinfurth. Pretty rare to see a shortstop hitting in the number 9 spot, but Sam, one of those type of kids, tries to keep it going here from the bottom of the order with guys like Davey, Crabtree, and Martin waiting to get up.
Yeah, Sam more of just a contact guy. Maybe not a whole bunch of power, but able just to get those nice base hits, keep the inning going, flip the lineup, and just do a job.
Does have 19 hits on the season. The hold is off at first base. Hotz way upstairs with the first pitch.
Hotz needs to stop dancing around these bottom of the lineup hitters. He really went at the top of the lineup, but he just kind of been struggling to find the strike zone here. Just kind of needs to attack these guys.
This one ripped though. Schmidt takes a hop in front of him. He will send it home. Here it is, the relay to Staley. No call. I think he's staying safe. I'm not sure what's going on out here, Evan.
I have no clue what's going on out there. I mean, that was a bang-bang play. That throw was perfect. Staley, waited back on the ball, had the tag on him. I thought they got him.
So did I here, but let's take a look. Oops, this is the previous pitch.
Just what a nice base hit by Schweinfurth there.
So here it is. We'll slow it down at the plate. So they hit the cutoff man, quickly get it in, and it looks like he's definitely beat. He doesn't even touch home plate.
Are they calling interference on
I think it would have to be
that he was blocking the plate, which I don't think he was. He followed the ball. If the ball's there, then he can block if he has the ball, he's able to block the plate. He was in front of home plate, and then he followed the ball back to him. That was a perfect tag. That's exactly how you're supposed to do it if you're Staley. Just kind of an unfortunate situation for Clear Fork.
I So it does give the Pirates an early lead here. And they're back to the top of the order with Bryce Davey. So a bit of a break for the #1 seed. Colts certainly thought they had him dead to rights, and the replay shows that. And the call had to have been the catcher interference there on the base pass, blocking his way to get to home. In a dangerous spot here for Hotz and this Clear Fork defense. Runners on the corner. And now a 2-1 count on the center fielder.
Yeah, Perkins now at the top of the lineup has a great chance to keep the 2-out magic going. Everything started to happen. You know, first 2 batters go down, and bottom of the lineup really produced there.
Now a 3-1 count. Davey with a .346 slugging percentage on the season. Looking to drive in something here. Just has 3 RBI, though, on the season. But he'll head over to first, and the bases are juiced.
Very uncharacteristic of Hotz just to be having this many walks, especially so early into a game. Just hasn't really been able to settle in yet.
Hotz, 22 walks coming into today. 3 issued in this inning alone over the last 4 batters. That's why we've got a huddle out there on the bump. Coach Kennedy giving some words of encouragement. Force out everywhere. But Dylan Crabtree, with the immense speed that he possesses, on his way up, fresh off of a single last inning. So swinging a hot bat.
Yeah, very dangerous guy to have at the plate.
Perkins with a chance to really break this game wide open here. All the damage coming with 2 down. Seems like that diving catch by Porter Schmidt was a while ago.
Yeah.
Since then, walk, single walk. And Crabtree looks at ball 1.
Yeah, Crabtree's going to be patient up there. He led the SBC Lake in walks this year. He had 23 of them. He's going to, after just seeing, 3 of his teammates get walked this inning, he's going to be patient up there.
Hotz does find the strike zone. A little behind it that time. We'll even up the count, 1 apiece. Garret accepts the pitch. Big kick. And again upstairs.
I think he's just been struggling on snapping down on his curveball. Seems like every pitch high is kind of a breaking ball, just not able to finish with it and kind of get that big break.
This one low and outside, in danger of walking in a run now. The command, a big issue right now for number 14 on the hill. Fans really trying to encourage Hotz. As the senior pumps this one in, a little chopper back to him. And he'll make the run all the way over to first. Wow, does just beat Crabtree to the bag. And that is how the inning will end. Just 1 for the Pirates. An interesting frame for the Colts. They'll have the bats back in their hands when we come back.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Tournament baseball here on the OH Report. We are the only ticket in town for this game today, so if you're watching and enjoying live and free here on our network, we are so glad that you found us here for this fantastic district championship showdown. Clear Fork versus Perkins, and the top-seeded Pirates striking. They've got the first run here of the action. See 74 of you all watching together right now on our YouTube channel 1. Nobody exploding up in the chat section just yet. So I've got a prize for you if you're the first to jump in there. How about a lifetime of live and free coverage here on the OH Report? That is a guarantee for the first person to chime in. So Owen Zider wants to know, what was the call at the plate when the runner is safe and Perkins scored? Well, we feel like interference. It had to have been.
I mean, it just had to. The throw beat at the tag was perfect by Staley up at the plate now. Yeah, the ump not making an immediate call was a little odd too. He just kind of threw his hands up. Just not a lot of, there was no guarantee on what we kind of saw right there.
We just wanted a little bit more information. Checking in on some of the other games going down live and free. We've got East Knox versus Worthington Christian. That one, top 1, just getting started at Mount Vernon Nazarene as the Centerburg Trojans, a 10-2 winner over rival Fredericktown today. They are moving on into the Division V Regional. As this first pitch from Walton down in the zone. And I see we've got a bunch of comments coming in over on the Facebook, so I'll get to those here in just a moment. That one catches a piece over the plate here against Dawson Staley. Catcher leading off inning number 3. Big chop off the mound comes Talon, and Walton drills it over to first for out 1.
Yeah, Walton's been mowing through this Colts lineup. Like I said before, in the first time against Vermilion, Clear Fork really struggled at the plate. But they started to get things going the second time they went through their lineup. So we'll see if that's the same case today.
Landon Perry due up next. 292 average this season for the Colts. Hitting out of the number 9 spot. Got Mason Sansom awaiting an opportunity for his second AB. This one drilled right up the middle. How about the quick feet to get over there and make the play in time? Wasn't sure if they would be able to do so, but Sam Swinehurth, boy, great movement for out 2.
I mean, he just kind of glided over to get that ball. Didn't think there was a chance that was for sure getting through. Just great footwork, able to contour his body, get it in line with first base, and make a clean throw.
2 quick outs. Staley and Perry down in order. Now Sansom at the top of the lineup here for the Colts. Walton's only allowed 1 base runner. Here he is ahead in the count. 0-1. And Sansom backing out of the way of that ball.
Not a bad pitch. I mean, that ball started at Sansom. It came in, almost got the strike zone. He's really trusting his curveball right now.
100 first plate appearance for Mason so far this season. He's been really good at the top of the order since earning the job. 369 average. Gets on deck 47% of the time. Comes up empty on that pitch. It's a nice clean rocket. Little fireball there from Talon Walton. Ball 4 sends Mason aboard. Second walk issued tonight by Talon.
That's so far been the only way Clear Fork's been able to get on base is due to the walk. Now with Jay Jackson and a couple Hunter Rayhawk, some good hitters coming up, they really got to send some over to score.
Colts looking to spark a little 2-out rally. This is the dude that can do it for you. for Hopper and misplayed Swinefirth, who made such a fantastic play a little while back. Can't seem to collect that one, and Jackson is aboard.
I mean, that was not a hard hit ball. Jackson got way out in front of that, maybe a little impatient, but shortstop Sam just kind of waited on it, and it kind of just ate him. He should have been attacking that ball, trying to get it go to first base. I think he thought he would just get the force at second, but a very fortunate break for Clear Fork to keep the 2-out rally going.
So that'll bring up Ray Hall on his .433 slugging percentage. Back out and reassess here. We giving an error to Sam?
Yeah. Yep. Ball was at him. It wasn't a hard hit ball. Should have been at least able to get a throw off.
Get a mound visit. Walton talking things over with his catcher. After a little chat with Cook, here we go. 2 men on for the first time tonight for Clear Fork, and maybe a little bit in the head of Talon Walton. Hasn't been able to get himself to make a throw, but he stepped off 3 times.
Yeah.
A lot of speed out on the base pass, too, for these Colts. Sansom and Jackson, 2 football guys. A couple of the top players for the Colts these last few seasons. And anybody that watched Clear Fork football the last couple of years knows that Jackson can flat out fly. Sansom, one of my favorite stories in football from this past year for Clear Fork. He played every offensive position. I swear they even put him in at center and tackle. I mean, he was quarterback, running back, fullback, wide receiver, tight end. He didn't care. He was just out there trying to get a spot on the field and get a win for the Colts. And you always love having those type of kids that just the selfless mentality, next man up. And it just turns out that he was calling his own number for a lot of different roles last year.
Yeah, it's a definition of an athlete and a utility guy.
Big AB right here for Ray Hall. Breaking ball nasty. Big drop off right there.
Just had so much vertical and horizontal break. I mean, that was looping and was able to cut all the way across the zone.
Back-to-back strikes now put on Hunter. He's going to have to protect the plate. Both runners take off, and he swings through. Another strikeout. 3rd of the game for Talon Walton. Pirates back up to bat when we return.
Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
Welcome you back on a beautiful afternoon here at the Willard Sports Complex. Top 2 seeds going head-to-head for the district championship. And we have got a good game going so far. Just a 1-0 lead right now for Sandusky Perkins. I'm Brian Skowronski. Evan Johnson is with me here today. And a lot of you out there watching on both Facebook and YouTube. I want to say what's up to Carolyn Dirth cheering on the Colts. Hey, what a surprise. Daniel Stotts found us. What's up, Daniel? Jocelyn Armstrong-McCauley cheering on the Colts as well. Beverly wants to know if it's on TV. She's watching on her phone. Well, Beverly, you can mirror it onto your TV if you have a smart TV. It's very easy now to do with the Facebook app. Or if you want to pull up YouTube on your smart TV, we are on Channel 1 today. Also, shout-outs to John Hammett cheering on the Colts, as is Karen Baltic, Bev Nell, Rod Peterson, Phyllis Heimberger watching from Marion today. Roger Parton tuning in from East Mansfield. And then Christy Lee, Jeannie Roberts tuning in. Jeannie from Fort Myers Beach. What's the weather like down there today?
Probably a lot better than what it's been here this week.
It's got to be. Popped up, long run, and it's in no man's land. That'll be down for a single to start off this frame. Braxton Martin standing safely on first. Show it to you one more time.
I mean, a perfectly placed ball. Like you mentioned, no man's land. No one able to get there. I think Sansom maybe have called it. That's why the other guys kind of backed off of it. But just a tough ball to get anywhere.
Third hit today for the Sandusky Perkins offense. They've been able to produce 6 total base runners. So there's a lot going on today for Garret Hotz, particularly in that last inning, where he walked 3 and gave up a hit.
Braxton Martin over at first base with 18 stolen bases, so that's why you keep seeing the throw over, trying to keep him close to the bag.
Swinging at this first offering, popped up. Walton with the 474 OBP this year. 27 hits on the season. And that throw over to first off target. And boy, looking to capture 2 extra bags as the ball's all the way over to the fence. And that's exactly the scenario here for Martin.
I mean, there is a ton of foul territory behind first base. So as soon as that ball went past Chandler Ball, I mean, you knew he was going to be at least tempting third base.
The throw not even close, and you're right. There's probably 30 feet in between the foul territory where the first base bag is over to the fence, so a lot of ground for that ball to get lost. And it works out great here if you're a Pirates fan. None down. The Lake Division Player of the Year at the dish. First team All-District selection as well, Dallin Walton. Hotz able to get ahead. First time in a while we've seen him in an 0-2 situation. Can't get him to chase waterfalls outside here. First ball. Another long run that no one's able to get to for the Colts.
Yeah, they learned from the last batter. They were all, Sansom at least was more pinched towards the line, but that one, again, more over foul.
Just barely heard that contact as it drops low in the zone. Walton keeps this at-bat alive.
That ball was really low, almost bounced before the plate. I don't even know how he was able to get a piece of that.
So it remains 1-2. Big spot here for Garret Hotz. Tried to punch that one in on the hands. And it will continue.
Walton just really hasn't been able to get out in front of Hotz's fastball. everything's been poked away.
Couple hopper Jackson. The throw down to third. They say he is back and safe. And obviously you see Ray Hall's reaction. He disagrees. We'll show it to you one more time. Slow it down as much as I can. Let me show you that one more time, guys. One more time.
Guessing Martin just got his right hand in there before the tag was put on. Another bang. We've had so many big calls, close calls here already, and it's still just the third inning.
Strike one here to Cash Cook. Solid contact. He hit at Jackson his first time up. So Walton puts runners on first and third now after the leadoff single from Braxton Martin. Here comes the 1-1. Talon taken off. Jay really wanted that double play. It brings a run home for the Pirates. And everyone's safe.
I mean, you have to obviously get one out before you can get two. Jackson was already thinking about that second out before he even had possession of the ball, and to step on second just kind of didn't stay down on the ball all the way through. And just another tough play defensively for Clear Fork.
Would have been really close for Jay to get that force out as well at second, even if he did have a clean possession. As this is a hard hit ball thrown over. Jackson dials it up to first. But they just get one.
Yeah, that ball was smoked, and Jacob Brokaw with a nice backhand over at second base. And Jay Jackson does have a cannon for an arm. Made that play really close over at first base.
First out registered by the Colts here in this frame. Now the DH, Quentin Bennett, stepping into the batter's box. Looking to leave his mark on the game. Perkins, 2 runs so far. 1 in the first, now 1 here in the second, threatening. And a little up in the zone, but it catches a piece here to get ahead for Garret Hotz. Hotz indecision allows the stolen base. Now 2 runners in scoring position with Blake Parker getting out and getting over.
Perkins has been applying just a lot of pressure this inning. And the Clear Fork defense just really hasn't been up for the task so far. I mean, you got to freeze the runner at third, but just sacrificing that guy at second.
The Pirates playing a little bit of chess out there on the base pass, causing a lot of confusion so far here for the Colts. Chopper at Jackson, took a funky hop. They do get the runner at first, but the Pirates get the run.
What a recovery by Jackson. He just totally misplayed that slow chopper. He should have gotten that ball in the air, but instead he just kind of stopped and waited for the bounce, and it just kind of ate him up. But like I said, he has a cannon of an arm, able to still make the throw across.
A 3-1 game now, and ball 1 into Mason Souter after the RBI hit from Bennett. Souter walked his first time up. His first opportunity with a runner in scoring position. That ball behind him a little bit. Kind of a crazy pitch here.
Just slipped right off of his fingers. The curveball just hasn't been working for him today as it has this season.
Back-to-back misses for the strike zone here from Garret Hotz. Looking to limit the damage. Has not recorded a strikeout yet. This could be a big spot for one. Half swing. And this will keep the bat rolling. Good piece of hitting here. Deep in the ballpark to center. Schmidt tracks it down. And that will end the third inning. Update my scoreboard here. 3-0. Perkins leads it. Colts looking to get something going offensively when we come back.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Back here at Willard, shutout going so far for that young man, Talon Walton, who's got a 3-0 lead. You're watching it all go down live and free thanks to our amazing sponsors. I want to give a big thanks to Global Energy Partners, who help communities with exceptional work while utilizing local businesses. Rinehardt Injury Attorneys, who's got your case? Be smart. Get Rinehardt. They'll be your MVP sponsor today. American Homestead Exteriors, who has a commitment to excellence. It's reflected in their strong and reliable exterior solutions. Give them a call for roofing, siding, gutters, and windows. Cheddar Next Gen as well. They're hiring right now for high-paying jobs in a cutting-edge environment. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. And our friends at the Wellspring Custom Pharmacy on West 4th Street in Ontario. Proud supporters of Clear Fork Sports. Would have loved to see Garret Hotz trot that one out. But the throw does just get into the mid of Blake Parker in time. Fast first out here for Clear Fork.
Yeah, Walton's done just a fantastic job on the mound today. Had a couple of strikeouts in there. He's been very efficient.
So after the Hotz out on one pitch, it'll bring up Chandler Ball. He's 0 for 1 with a K so far today. Cuts through that one.
Don't know what the third baseman, Braxton Martin's expecting, but he is way in front of third base.
See if Chandler can capitalize on that. Filthy stuff right there.
Little backdoor action. That was nasty.
Walton trying to keep the heat on. Inside on the hands. To Hopper. And that'll get past Parker. So a break for the Colts as they'll get a man on board here with one down.
Again, another chopper. And these hops are going to play clean off of the turf. Blake Parker just waits back on it, indecisive of when he wants to attack it or how he wants to play the hop. and he just gets caught in the middle, which is the worst place to be when you have a hopper like that.
So we'll chalk it up as an E3 with Judah Chamberlain on the way up to the dish. Trying to capitalize. Second pitch, down in the dirt inside. It's the pivotal portion of the game right now. Toss it over to the shortstop, the throw for the double play. One more look. Gorgeous execution. Souter with the flip. Swinefirth over to Parker. Pirates get out of the inning. Try to add to their lead after this.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Beautiful sunny skies overhead. The sports gods shining on us here today for this district championship event. Clear Fork right now on the ropes. They trail 3-0 to the top seed in Sandusky Perkins, who kind of got me out of sorts after that last offensive inning, and I think Clear Fork feels the same way. I think the puppies here in the building too, not even sure where to go or what to think. Good execution on the base pass by the Pirates, and right now I think they're a little bit in the heads of Clear Fork defensively.
Yeah, I mean, done a great job at the plate and on the base pass. Of that pressure can sometimes teams defold, and Clear Fork's faced situations like this season, but they just kind of got all out of sorts last inning.
Sam Schweinfurth swinging at the second pitch, and the Colts get a quick out. Show you the play one more time. Brokaw. Nice toss. Easy one.
Hopefully that will help Hotz settle into this inning. The last couple ones, just kind of been a lot of action happening. And now that he's able to get a quick out, help him gain that confidence on the mound.
Misfires with his first pitch to Bryce Davey. Third plate appearance for him today. Oh, it's not wanting to give him anything to hit. Davey walked last time up. Those balls missing in similar positions as well. .3-0. We'll see if Davey's got the green light. Hotz with the fastball for strike one.
Just start working back one pitch at a time. Very uncharacteristic of Hotz, just the amount of pitches he's missed off of the plate.
And he'll miss that time as well. 4 balls out of the 5 pitches. And the second consecutive walk for Bryce Davey. And the ever so speedy Dylan Crabtree on his way up.
Yeah, giving free passes to the top of this lineup is just not going to do Clear Fork any favors, because Perkins, they're all speedy guys. They know how to apply the pressure.
Quick throw over to first base. Got Clear Fork in trouble last inning. Allowed a man to go from first to third. Another check-in. Davey. Swipe not in time from Chandler Ball.
That's why Davey's doing it. He keeps getting a huge lead, and Ray Hall's been able to snag the last couple of ones, but they're just waiting until he finally gets one past.
First pitch to Crabtree over the outside portion of the plate. Hotz from the short stretch misses inside. Third check-in already here on Bryce Davey. Hotz doing his best to just make sure that he does not get much of a lead off here. With the Colts already in a 3-run hole, and now Staley throws down that way.
Davey's just getting so far off of that bag, but he does a great job at getting back, leaving no doubt.
You can tell he's an experienced base runner because he's got one of those oven mitts on his hand. That usually is the telltale, Evan. Right at Jay Jackson. He'll sprint over to second, touches, but the throw's off target. So just one, but the leadoff runner is down.
Able to get the first out, huge. It was going to be tough anytime Crabtree is running down the line. Tough to get him out.
Well done by Chandler Ball just to snag that throw. A little off target, took him off the bag. I'll set the stage here for Braxton Martin. Led off the last inning with a single. This was the gentleman who was able to take and capture a couple of bags after an errant throw over to first. As we get another check in here, and with Crabtree over there on first base, it's easy to understand how a pitcher might want to give some extra attention. Here he is, taking off, looking for his 40th still. Oh, somehow got under the tag.
Yeah, you feel like it's a guarantee Crabtree's stealing, but that time that throw was in time. Staley had him beat just a little off of the bag. Just misses the tag.
So the cat and mouse game out on the base pass continues. The Pirates, they've been the cat in the situation, though, kind of playing with their food throughout today's action. Two straight balls. Martin 1 for 2 today. Braxton, an honorable mention all-district performer this season. And he's way ahead now.
Martin, one of their other better pitchers, second on the team with 34 innings pitched with just a 1.85 ERA. Sure, if Walton got into any trouble on the mound, we would be seeing him come in. But so far, Walton's been dealing.
Guess I had my counts wrong. It's actually 2-2. Now Hotz in the driver's seat as we reassess, but he hits him on the back, so Crabtree will have to head back over to second. It'll be 2 men aboard for the SBC Lake Division Player of the Year, Talon Walton.
This is a huge opportunity for Walton to prove why he was that Player of the Year. He's actually yet to get a hit in this tournament. He's been on base many times with the fielder's choices and errors and stuff. He's put the ball in play, but he has a chance to get a clutch base hit right here.
Deep drive into the gap between the right fielder and center. Schmidt brings it back in. but he will bring them in. That's the hit they were looking for, a 2 RBI double. Monster hit here for Talon Walton, helping his own cause.
Perkins has had a lot of little base hits today. They've put balls in play, but they've been looking for that huge hit, and there it is. Talon Walton delivers. That ball smoked into the right center gap. No chance for any of those fielders to make a play on it. Just a huge 2-out double.
Cash Cook now with Walton standing on second. Seeking to extend this lead, 5-run differential now. Colts have been able to get ahead and establish themselves more often than not in their victories this season. Just 9 outs to try to make up this difference, and it could be growing. Walton head first slide into third.
Too many mental mistakes from the Colts today. Not sure what the reasoning was attempting to get Walton at second. He really wasn't that far off the bag. A timing play at second base is just so hard to get right because you see your guy and you try to hit him, but he's moving, so you just have to throw to the bag. That time he just tried to throw to Jacob Brokaw, who was moving in.
This one's striped foul. Walton's heading home, looking for the suicide, and he gets in there. Can you believe the base running by the Pirates here today? They have been sneaky, fast, efficient, and this might be the best of them all.
I mean, that's on the rest of the defense not communicating to Hotz. He kind of slower in his delivery, and there wasn't even a bunt attempted. That's just how good of a jump Walton got. He was running before Hotz even started his motion. Just kind of no one really yelling out to hurry up and deliver the ball. That was incredible.
Strike 3, though, so Hotz does ring up his first batter of the day. However, a crooked number up on the board. 3 runs in the fourth, and the Pirates in command of the ship right now.
Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
Porter Schmidt leads off the 5th inning here. District Championship game at Willard. Live and free coverage. Presented by the Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Health Source. Visit Stephanie Lane in Ontario. Ask her a question about anything medical. Guarantee she's got some type of an answer for you, and she'll know exactly what to prescribe. They make custom medications, creams, the whole 9 yards. Definitely stop in if you've got any kind of ailment. Porter Schmidt takes a first pitch ball here from Talon Walton, who got a no-hitter going. I know you're not supposed to talk about it. Oh, jeez.
Oh, my. Are you kidding me?
Amazing.
This is...
Maybe I'm just trying to rally my Colts. How about it?
I mean,
that's incredible
no
stuff.
time. I don't think you even got to finish your sentence, and Porter Schmidt was already driving one into left field.
I even whispered it, Evan.
Yeah.
Here it is. First hit of the day for Clear Fork. Just flares it out over the third baseman's head. And the Colts trying to get something going here at the bottom of the order. As Staley gets a good chunk of that one. Davey, though, makes the catch for out one.
Staley going with a butcher boy play there. Showing bunt early, pulls it back, trying to slap it. But when you do that, you got to get on top of the baseball, drive it into the ground. He just gets under that one. We'll see. Porter Schmidt does have the speed at first. We'll see if Clear Fork start to put some pressure on the base pass as well. Get some guys moving around.
Low and inside here to Landon Perry. Colts need as many base runners as they can get. Perry gets on base about 40% of the time, and he will here. No play to be made. Just took Mason Souter right off of his feet. So one down, and now runners on first and second after this play right here.
Yeah, if you're just able to put the ball in play, good things will happen. Good job by Porter Schmidt, waiting on the ball to get past him. Because if he jumps over that ball, he will be called out. He's not able to interfere with the ball, but good play by Suter to even get a glove on it.
So a pair of singles in their first 3 at-bats, and add another one to the mix. Sansom cranks one out, and that'll juice up the bases. Clear Fork finally establishing some offense here in the top half of the 5th. Walton had been cruising up to this point. And now Jay Jackson stepping up to the dish.
I mean, if you're Clear Fork, this is the man you want at the plate. I mean, this is your best hitter. And your seniors got to produce in these big moments.
33 hits on the season. How about a 680 slugging percentage? They're going to need him to add to that total here. It's one of the few times today Clear Fork's really been able to put some pressure on Walton out on the base pass, give him something to think about.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen too many opportunities for Clear Fork to even have a chance of scoring. I mean, running out of time, this would be a great opportunity to start chipping away at that deficit.
With the 6-run lead in command here, I'm probably not giving Jay anything to hit. I'm considering maybe just walking in a run here. Jackson obviously has bigger dreams. 2 hopper taken. Not going to be able to get him at first. He's got too much speed, and the Colts finally on the board.
His speed saves him from the double play. But Jackson maybe trying to play hero ball a little too much. He goes for the big swing. But the last couple at-bats, he's just been on top of it. He hasn't been able to barrel anything up.
Here it is. Just splashes it right to the second baseman. And then the flip over to Schweinfurth a little bit late. Colts do have runners on the corners, though, for Hunter Rahal. Having a tough night in the batter's box, 0 for 2, couple strikeouts, looking to avoid that golden sombrero. First pitch ball here to Rahal.
We'll see with the first and third situation if they try to send Jackson.
Swings through air right there. Yeah, plenty of speed out here. 2 down, though, for the Colts as Jackson takes his lead. Another shimmy over for Jay. Looks like he may be leaving first. He will take off. And no swing here from Hunter. Checked it up. 2 strikes on him now.
Rahal has struck out the most on this Clear Fork team. You mentioned he's got 2 today.
Got to protect the plate here. Walton. Outside. 2-2.
It's a hard pitch to take with 2 strikes. Maybe just a little bit too far out. But if that's any closer, that's probably ringing him up.
Show you that last pitch one more time. Yeah, trying to get Rahal to chase, and good idea, of course, in this situation, ahead in the count. Still has a couple more balls that he's able to play with if he so chooses, as that breaking ball bends low. Second consecutive, and a full count now. Colts trying to make things interesting after getting shut out in the first 4 frames. Jackson with the RBI. Now Rahal looking to add 1, maybe 2. The pitch, low, and the bases will be full again.
Good at bat there by Rahal. Just kind of kept fighting up there, able to get on base. Now you have the slugger Garret Hotz at the plate. Another bases loaded opportunity for Clear Fork. Got to find a way to get multiple runners across the plate.
Hotz with 20 hits coming into today. This would be an excellent bounce back for him after surrendering the 6 runs so far. Not all of them earned, but not the pitching performance that he would want from himself here, senior campaign. Leaves that one down low in the dirt. Drills this one. Backing up the center fielder, but he's able to get back and collect the rock. Bryce Davey with the catch to shut down the frame for Clear Fork. They only come away with 1, so the deficit still 5. And the Pirates back up to bat when we see him again.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Blake Parker's at the plate, here to lead off this bottom half of the 5th inning. Parker 0 for 1 so far today. Sends this one, gives it a good ride into the gap. This will go for extra bases for sure, as he turns into second with a stand-up double.
What a way to start the inning. The ball drove into the right center gap. Parker getting his 7th double of the season. Just immediately responding to Clear Fork, getting that 1 run last inning.
Just 2 pitches from Hotz, and slings this one out of the reach of the charging Porter Schmidt, who we know has excellent speed out there in center field. And just a fantastic job of setting the table here in the middle of the order with Quentin Bennett coming up. And now we've got a pitching change. Looks like we'll see Mason Sansom fill in now for Garret Hotz. Sansom has had a pretty good season pitching so far this year. 15 innings of work up to this point. 4.2 ERA. The bulk majority of that all from the same game, though. He started the season, and he had a really, really good stretch.
The one thing he struggled on recently was that command. I believe it was him when we covered the Highland Clear Fork game. He kind of came in late in that game. Just kind of struggled to find the strike zone. Had a couple wild pitches in there that kind of broke the game open for Highland. But if he is able to hit the strike zone, he has good stuff and can kind of keep this Perkins lineup maybe off balance just for a couple innings so give Clear Fork a chance to get back into it.
He's yielded 12 hits in those 15 innings, surrendered 9 earned runs. 20 walks, though. So Mason hasn't had the best command at times so far this season. With the pitching change, we'll see what you guys are talking about out there. Live and free here on our Facebook chat. Molly wants to know, what do you use lime sauce for? She wants to try it.
Use what?
Lime sauce? Maybe a bot or maybe a conversation going on. I don't know. I love it. Hey, Cindy, passing on a message from Phyllis K. Miller. Grant Spencer says these umps must be from Perkins. How do you feel about that? I think they've done a pretty fair job.
I thought that they've had some tough calls. I mean, we saw Porter Schmidt get a diving catch out there that's called a catch that maybe hit the ground. So I think there's been some questionable calls on both sides so far this game.
It's a fair assessment. Carolyn Dirth cheered on the Colts, as is Tabby Britton. Nick Clemens, hey, our first Pirate fan out there, says let's go Pirates. And then Jaden Sansom cheering on Mason, who is going to give up an RBI single here as Perkins adds on.
That ball left the bat of Bennett in a hurry. Didn't even look like he swung that hard, and it just went all the way to the fence. Showcasing his power. Back-to-back balls hit to the fence now for Perkins.
RBI single from Quentin Bennett. He's got 2 ribbies now today. As Parker comes home, scores the run. Strike from Mason Sansom in here to Mason Souter. Battle of the Masons going down here. Bottom 5. Been so impressed with what we've seen from Perkins throughout this district tournament defensively, and today on the base pass, they have just dazzled at times. They've been able to get Clear Fork off of their game, and now the Bats coming alive here, looking to close things out, punch their ticket back to regionals, we believe, for the first time since 2022.
Yeah, taking a look at it right now, and all 9 hitters for Perkins today have reached base. from some way, somehow, either from air or fielder's choice, not just all hits, but just impressive 1 through 9 that they've been able to work their way to get on base.
Souter, little hopper, Sansom, wild throw over top. Wanted to try to turn 2. Bennett not with a lot of speed, but he is safe in at second, and still nobody out here in the 5th.
That ball not hit really hard back to Sansom. There's just really probably no chance they were going to turn 2 there. Should probably just go and get the out at 1. Now it's easy to say since he didn't with the overthrow, but smart decision. Probably would have just been get the guaranteed out first and now go work on the 9-hitter.
So it'll be an E1 on Mason. Sends in a strike here to Sam Schweinfurth. Sam had a single back in the 2nd inning. Lays off of that. High ball right there. Davey on deck. Crabtree in the hole as the top of the order. Awaiting another opportunity, and this one is drilled. Another gapper. Bennett is going to come home to score. We think the relay. Oh, never mind. They got him. Absolutely stunned that they were able to get him at the plate. We'll dial up the replay here shortly.
Great transition for Clear Fork getting that ball in, and there's the cannon from Jay Jackson again. A perfect throw to home plate. I mean, that ball was right on the money.
Yeah, you saw his foot up there when that moved is when the throw came, and he was already like 2/3 of the way. So fantastic throw from Jackson to record the out. And it's just the first here in the inning as Sansom covering, and the throw from Staley a little off target. Things getting kind of sloppy, a little out of control here. My, oh my.
Talked about the deep foul territory. Perkins able to get 2 on that one.
Don't have a great replay to show you guys, but clears the bases. And the Colts now in danger of getting a run ruled here. 4 errors on Clear Fork this afternoon. It's got to be close to a season high.
Yeah, the defense been very solid for them this season. Just maybe less physical, more mental errors, more than anything, overthinking it.
3-1 count here from Sansom. And he'll issue the walk. So Bryce Davies aboard safely. 3rd time he's walked today.
The right fielder, number 4, Dylan Crabtree.
And surprisingly, he's yet to score today. But now the top of this lineup, I mean, only needing 2 runs in this game right now in the 5th. It's a good couple hitters up here next to do that.
Crabtree pulls back the bunt offering. Easy slide into second. So a stolen bag here from Davey.
Everyone just kind of late to covering the bag. Luckily, Porter Schmidt was crashing in, so Davey didn't have a chance to go to 3rd as well. Staley just kind of fired that ball, and no one was at the bag.
Crabtree squares it up. Rolls foul. So I'll have to come back, do it all over again.
With his speed, if he's able to get a good bunt down the 3rd base line, there's no doubt he's beating it out.
Sansom with the pitch, well off target. Now Dawson Staley calling time, wants to have a chat. Sansom, a member of that senior class we talked about for the Colts, who have just not had their best day. Many mistakes, not a lot of hits, none of them until the 5th inning. Is able to cash that one in for a strike.
Yeah, and the command has been a total issue for Sansom, but when he has thrown a strike, Perkins has been able to drive it.
Time called from Crabtree. Now Dylan gets a piece. Jackson with the throw to first. Got him.
Crabtree got fooled by that one, just kind of was way out in front of it, threw his hands out at the ball. And Jay Jackson's nice clean play over at shortstop, making a nice clean throw over as well.
Good look on our American Homestead Exteriors replay. Does advance the runner over to third. You mentioned Davey has not scored yet today. Got a chance here, just 90 feet away. Braxton Martin looks at a strike here. Start off his at bat. It's been safely aboard each of the last 2 trips up. Trips into an 0-2 hole. Sansom working quickly. Mace looking to get out of the inning with the pitch. And he got him with the strikeout. 5 innings in the books. Colts 6 outs to try to make up this 8-run difference.
Supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
Perkins going to go with the right-hander Braxton Martin here to start the 6th inning. Got plenty of wiggle room. 8-run cushion right now for the number 1 seed. Perkins has been in command pretty much all afternoon here at Willard. Colts did threaten pretty heavily in the 5th inning. Only came away with a single run, though.
Now pitching for Perkins is number 5, Braxton Martin, and leading off the top of the 6th.
Looks like Clear Fork got a change, too, in their lineup.
Number 8, Brooks Craw.
So Brooks Craw is going to get in there for a pinch hit situation. Take a look at Brooks' numbers. This will be his 37th plate appearance. .379 average and 11 hits.
Brooks also a part of this bigger senior class at Clear Fork.
Gets a piece of this one. Out of here, foul.
Perkins bringing in Braxton Martin is just not any other reliever. This is one of their starters. 34 innings pitched, a 1.85 ERA. He's only walked 5 batters this year.
Yeah, that's fantastic command. Giving up 15 runs in those appearances. 2-2, and couldn't get the bat off his shoulder. Filthy breaking ball over the inside portion of the plate for the K.
Just completely fooled Crawl. A big old loop there on the breaking ball. Just what a way to start your appearance here in the district championship with a backwards K.
First one of those we've had from either side today. As Swinefirth on the fly records out 2-1 swing, 1 out here on Chamberlain.
Nice smooth play over at shortstop, coming in on it. The throw on the run, perfect. Perkins making quick work here in the 6th inning.
Porter Schmidt 2 up now. Broke up the no-hitter that was going by Talon Walton in the last inning. Didn't have anything to do with it. Ended up being 3 hits for the Colts in the frame. But here they are now down by 8. And they've given up multiple runs each of the last 4 innings and allowed the Pirates to score so far in every frame but the first. The 3-0 count here to Porter. Not swinging there on the 3-0. Schmidt fouls it off himself to fill up the count here. Couple down in the 6th. Colts with just 4 outs to play with before potentially their season could come to a close. Schmidt through the gap. He'll be on with a single.
A tough play at second base. On the run, just couldn't get the glove down in time. Just kind of goes right under his glove, kind of put between first and second. Close play.
Yeah, Schweinfurth now over at second base. And he's shown some fantastic range the entire course of the day in the last 2 games here at the districts.
Yeah, when Walton's not pitching and he's at the shortstop position, I mean, that is just such an athletic middle infield. They both can cover so much ground, have such strong arms.
Schmidt, a mini lead off of first. Martin, big loop, too tall. Another one upstairs. Dawson Staley, 0 for 2 today.
Yeah, another one of those seniors that just haven't been able to reach base today. It's been good defensively.
He is looking at a 3-1 count now. Looking to get it aboard any way possible. Martin checks in at Porter. Easily slides back. Boy, Staley was heading over to first. Certainly looked like that was down by the shoestrings. Let's see.
Yeah, that ball pretty low.
So with the count full, Staley up at the dish, trying to spark a 2-out rally. Schmidt takes off for second, and another strikeout. So the Pirates maintain their edge. They can try to get some insurance runs or end this thing. Coming up, bottom 6.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
You're looking at the scoreboard here at the Division IV Willard District Championship game. Taking in some of the other action going down live and free on the OH Report today. I see East Knox, bottom 3. They lead the number 1 seed, 4-3. That's Worthington Christian. You can check in on that one on our Facebook page, along with YouTube Channel 4. And then Buckeye Central, South Central battling right now. That one's top 3 over at Gallion. That's in Division 7. Trojans on top at the moment. This one's going to catch the foot of Talon Walton. He's headed over to first base.
Now batting number 3, Cash Cook.
And the Pirates, I mean, they pretty much started with a runner on board every inning so far.
Yeah, they've done a great job of just getting on base, like you mentioned, like right away. I mean, they put the pressure on immediately. And I'm sure we'll see some more aggressive base running. They want to end this game in the 6th.
Cook looks at a heater upstairs. Kind of a half-hearted throw over to first base from Mason Sansom. Trying to make sure the speedy Walton stays pretty close to tethered to that bag, and now Staley checking in. 2 balls, no strikes on our MVP from the district semifinals. Cash accepts that one inside. He certainly thought that it was. Another throw by Staley. It's over the mitt. And that's the danger anytime you're consistently checking in over there at first base. Is just those wild throws. Second time that we've seen that from Clear Fork tonight.
Yeah, those are killer. I mean, Walton had plenty of times to steal. Maybe he wasn't even going to steal at all. They tested him every single pitch, throwing over there. Eventually, they were going to miss one.
He's trying to take that one to Jupiter, was Cash. Makes it a 2-2 count. Walton standing on second. None down yet here in the 6th. Actually, it's ball 4. Now we'll have runners on first and second. Blake Parker on his way up. Fresh off a double in the 5th. So back-to-back base runners issued out onto the base pass here from Mason Sansom, and it's kind of been his MO this year, a little erratic. Able to catch the outside portion of the plate, starting off Parker, though, with a strike. Now both runners taken off. Staley just lets him.
Yeah, I don't think Cash Cook really knew there was a double steal happening. He got such a late jump. I mean, Walton was almost already at third base, and then he took off. He would have been dead to rights if Staley made a throw to second. But he didn't even give him a peek.
It's almost a jog.
Yeah.
A jog steal. Two straight balls now from Sansom. See some of the fans looking on here. Beautiful day. It's one of those beautiful combinations of pant weather, short weather. Certainly don't need a hoodie, but if you want to wear one, it's fine. So we've found that perfect feng shui out here this afternoon. But 4 straight balls from Mason, and he will juice up the bases.
Yeah, now, I mean, Perkins in the best situation. Bases loaded. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change.
Designated hitter Quentin Bennett on his way up. Had an RBI single last time we seen him. Sansom will hand off the rock. Gets a big hug from Gabe Kennedy, now in his 3rd season. Done an excellent job of building up this program, and we all anticipated, and everybody that I talked to and in our group chat last night kind of thought this was going to be our best game of the day that we had scheduled on the OH report. So it's been surprising to see Perkins come out here and really establish themselves from the jump after that first inning where didn't have a whole lot going on, did have a hit. Since then, I mean, they have produced multiple runners over and over again. Scored a run in the second, 2 more in the third, and then 6 runs over the last 2 innings have really kind of opened things up.
Yeah, I think we kind of expected this to be a pitcher's duel, if anything. I mean, certainly Talon Walton came in and dealed, and just Hotz maybe not having his best stuff today. Just kind of struggled at times. Too many mistakes for Clear Fork today. More on the mental side of anything. Just kind of maybe overthinking stuff. The pressure's on, not just from Perkins, but when you're playing in a district championship, sometimes you put too much pressure on yourself to make those plays, and every play just means that much more. And the Pirates have done a great job of just taking advantage of everything that's been given to them.
So they're going to turn to Jacob Brokaw. He's recorded 1 out so far this season. So this is a unique spot for him to check in. Or Miles Sharp, rather, I'm sorry, is going to get a chance. Not sure if he's pitched this year. Yeah, he's got 15 innings worth, so this makes a little bit more sense as I get my eyes adjusted. 1.87 ERA. He's given up 4 earned runs. This is a tough place to check in a district final. And potentially season-ending hit from the bat of Bennett. Awaiting a mistake. As he slugs that one foul.
Yeah, I mean, we saw last at bat. The power of Bennett, I mean, he just kind of flicked the last pitch, his last at bat, and that ball rolled all the way to the fence.
Here comes the 1-1. Big breaking ball started up by the noggin. Broke down into the zone. He gets ahead now, 1-2. Nobody out just yet. Here's this one up the middle. And that is going to do it. Perkins gets the 2 RBI hit. It's a walk-off from Bennett. And we've got an 11-1 final. What a performance here today for the district championship from the victorious Pirates as they will move on into the regionals. Your winners here by a 10 spot. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We will be back. We will have the medal presentation. Also have an interview with our most valuable player. Love hearing from you, the fans. Let me know who you think should join Evan Johnson on the interview from Perkins. Talon's probably a good choice. I love Bennett now, too. Just kind of with the walk-off hit. It's fun to hear from those cats that just have that last big moment in the sun. But we'll kind of take into account what you guys chime in with us in the comment section. And we'll be back. Medal presentation, post-game show, MVP all still on the way, live and free.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Hi guys, I need you all to have a foam finger. At Mechanics Bank, we're all about the community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank. That's better.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Post-game coverage here at Willard presented by Global Energy Partners, utilizing local businesses. Doing a great job at it. Perkins did a fantastic job here today on both sides of the equation. Certainly the way that they were able to explode offensively, putting up 11 runs, a walk-off hit. 2 more runs put up there in the bottom half of the 6th, and an amazing stretch for them. 2 runs in the 6th, 3 in the 5th, 3 in the 4th, 2 in the third, 1 in the second, and that's how they're able to close out the show early here tonight on the Quentin Bennett 2 RBI walk-off hit. I am Brian Skowronski, my partner Evan Johnson with me here today in sunny Willard, and you see the Colts out there in right field. With the big senior class, this is going to be an emotional conversation right now for Gabe Kennedy before they get to their medal presentation. So just getting his guys kind of prepared and focused here mentally for what's going to be a tough awards ceremony. Anytime your season comes to a close, it's bittersweet, but when it's your career that ends, Evan, as you just experienced about 12 months ago, this is one of those type of situations that's very delicate and it can be heartbreaking.
It is very heartbreaking. You kind of go through, you start to think about all the moments you've spent with this group, and especially for Clear Fork, they're going to feel that extra. I believe it's like 7 seniors they have. Like, this is a close group. These guys have come up together. And you start to go through all the memories you had with your guys, all the hours you spent in the facilities, working in the off season, during the season, the late nights you stay after practice, and for it just to end just like that. After one pitch, that's it. Your season, your career might be over for some of these guys if they don't go on to the next level. So it's very heartbreaking, especially when you have those expectations of just going as far as possible.
Next up for Clear Fork, just heading back home, reassessing for the off season and time for the fall sports. They get underway now. I know my daughter, she's a soccer player. She's got an open field tonight, and then all of a sudden, fall sports start kicking in beginning next week. So for Clear Fork, unfortunate for them that their season does come to a close. They were not able to defend the district championship, move back into regionals, but the Pirates will be moving on to Bowling Green State University coming up next week. And do we know who's waiting on the other side of the bracket potentially, Evan?
We have the winner of Galleon and Upper Sandusky. That game's going to be played tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So about the same time here in 24 hours, Perkins will know who they're taking on at Bowling Green.
The Galleon Tigers, obviously part of the MOAC along with Clear Fork, and a team that came out of the gates really hot. They have 2 fantastic pitchers. Upper Sandusky, I think, welcomes back 8 starters this year, so it's going to be interesting to see who emerges there and gets a chance to go head-to-head with the Perkins team that really impressed us over the course here of this district championship run that they've been able to make. A near-perfect game in the victory against Shelby, and then here tonight didn't surrender very much against a high-powered, very potent Clear Fork offense, but offensively here today, I just love the decision-making by these players. I love the confidence. I love that they got big hats out here doing post-game interviews. They're having fun. They're enjoying themselves. That's number one. But then they get baseball, and especially on the base pass, this was one of the best chess move decision type of teams, and just the execution today was fabulous to watch what they were able to do on the base pass.
Yeah, I mean, they played just a great brand of baseball. I mean, they kind of did in both of those games against both those MOAC opponents. I mean, we saw 2 good defenses in Shelby and Clear Fork, but they made a lot of errors, a lot of mistakes in both those games, and that's just not by fluke. That's because Perkins put that pressure on them. In these big games, it can be a mental challenge when you're having all this small ball and then you're getting hits all over the place. You have double steals. You have stealing home. Like, there's just a lot of different things that you don't normally see in a baseball game. But Perkins doing anything and everything they can to move those runners, get them across the plate. Just a well-coached baseball game for the Pirates.
Capitalizing on 5 Colts errors here today. As Clear Fork, the district runners-up, they will receive their medals first.
Number 3, Jay Jackson.
Jay Jackson, boy, is he going to be missed around the valley. 4-year starter, fantastic career. Judah Chamberlain as well, another member of the senior class. And Brooks Craw, also just graduating this past Sunday. Porter Schmidt will be back. He's got another year left for Clear Fork. Gavin Domka, one of the few underclassmen on the roster. He'll be back for 2 more seasons. Hotz, Sansom, Chandler Ball will all receive their medals here in a row. They've been a real pleasure to just watch their careers blossom. Nice run in the tournament for them a season ago, and again this year, getting right on the doorstep again of another Sweet 16 run. Mason Ball, who was the winning pitcher, he's a sophomore. He'll be back from that semifinal win that they had the other day. Perry, Ray Hall, they are juniors. Keever, he's a freshman. Crunkleton's a freshman. Miles Sharp, Quentin Rinehardt, they're all back, and then Dawson Staley, the catcher, will be the last senior that will get his name called here, number 39. So just a bittersweet sensation always when the season comes to a close, as Evan and I were just talking about, and just plenty of great memories here for this Clear Fork team. I'm sure they'll share a lot of them here today on their bus ride home. This doesn't seem like the type of group to me that's going to pout, hang their head, and just really be dejected about what happened here today. It's a good group of kids, and got a lot to look forward to. I'm sure bright futures for a lot of these kids.
Yeah, and they had had successful careers here at Clear Fork. They accomplished so much. I mean, they were always towards the top of the MOAC, a tough conference. I mean, like you mentioned, they win the district last year. They make it to the district championship this year. Not a lot of teams get to say they did that, but this group did. I mean, a big senior class, obviously some good underclassmen, but there's some big shoes to fill for next season.
7 seniors coming out to receive their district runner-up trophy. Jackson in the gang. Look, they even know how to coordinate, line up, and take a picture.
They're used to this.
Done this before. Just wish that it had one of them gold baseball guys on it instead of the silver one.
Yeah, but like I said, it's still just, I mean, it's very impressive even just to make it to the district championship. These boys have a lot to be proud of. They had another great season again this year.
But today in this tournament is about the number 1 seed in the Perkins Pirates, moving on to Bowling Green State University. And they've got a much different makeup for their lineup. Tons of juniors. Schweinfurth, Walton, Cook, all members of that. How about Dylan Crabtree, the only 12th grader on this roster?
Yeah, that is just crazy that they only have just one senior, and for him to just kind of be the leader of this group and the juniors being the heart of this team. But Crabtree, again, being the top guy, the lone senior. I mean, that's got to be tough being the only kid from your grade on the baseball team, but clearly it does not matter as they're moving on to regionals for the first time since 2022.
8 juniors, 8 sophomores make up the bulk majority of this lineup in this overall roster here for the Pirates. So a team that's been on the rise. They get to district final last year, 3-time defending SBC Lake Division champions, and just a lot of momentum going in here to this regionals coming off of what they've been able to establish here. And you think about what's still to come for this program next year and the years beyond. They're in a great place right now with TJ Blanton at the helm, and this, now his 4th season, the best so far.
Yeah, and I mean, we don't even want to start talking about next season. With all those juniors going to be seniors next year, they're probably going to they're in a great spot for next year, but they're still rolling right now, and this team just has so much talent. They really play a complete brand of baseball. I mean, they have 3 just fantastic pitchers. Their defense has been great. They can do small ball. They can steal bases. They can have the big hits to the fence. They can just kind of do a little bit of everything. And everyone can contribute in this lineup. 1 through 9 today, every single player reached base and just kind of shows the depth of this roster.
They impress me, certainly, over these last few days coming out here to Willard and getting to see them in action. And as mentioned, they're going to get the winner of Galleon, who 18-7, runners-up in the MOAC this season, or the Northern 10 champion Upper Sandusky Rams, 17-4 record going into tomorrow's district championship game. This will be fun to see Crabtree come out, be the only senior and get this trophy.
but he's really earned it. I mean, he led the SBC Lake in several categories, including hits. Like, he delivered as the lone senior all season long. I mean, his stolen bases this year, getting close to 40 on the season, is just like a historical number.
And I believe it's his father who supplied us with all these notes that he hooked us up with here today. So shout out to Travis Crabtree, giving us all the numbers that we needed. Let's see the Pirates. Let's see who they all bring over there. Walton, Cook, Crabtree in the middle. And then that post right in the middle of our shot. Just trying to steal the show. So congratulations to Sandusky Perkins, as they are your district champions here at Willard. Their season continues on. They are far from done, folks. Now, especially with the tournament expansion, D4. They've been D2 the last several seasons. Can't wait to see what they accomplish moving forward. We've got another commercial break lined up. When we come back, you will hear from our MVP of the game. Then after that, Evan and I will close things out here on a championship night in Willard. So keep the action here. We'll be back live, free, and the only gig in town. So why not watch us?
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Hi guys, I need you all to have a foam finger. At Mechanics Bank, we're all about the community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Welcome back to Willard, and I have your Rinehardt injury attorney MVP, Talon Walton. Mr. Walton, you were fantastic on the bump today as well as the plate. You just got to hold the district championship trophy with a couple of your teammates. Just how are you feeling right now?
Felt really good. Last year we lost it in the district championship, so it felt really good this year to finally get it.
You were fantastic, like I mentioned, on the mound today. Kind of felt like you had so much confidence on the bump today. Just kind of where did that confidence come from?
I just know I can throw it, and my pitches were working well in the bullpen, so I was really confident with them in the game.
You also had that big hit, the double that really tried to kind of open things up. Just kind of what was going through your mind during that at-bat?
I've been hitting the ball really hard lately, but I haven't gotten anything to fall, so that felt really good, and I couldn't be more hyped for my team.
And maybe the wildest play of the game. You steal home. I mean, don't even get a bunt down. What's kind of walk us through this moment? You felt like you got a good enough jump. I mean, you took off before the ball was even thrown.
So the pitch before, I was like, oh, I could definitely get home, and then my coach told me out of nowhere, steal, and my eyes got wide, and I was like, all right. So the kid looked down, and I instantly went, and he didn't even look at me, and got a stolen base.
Yeah, it was just a crazy moment. Ellie De La Cruz, like it should say. But tell me about this group of guys. You only have one senior on the roster, Dylan Crabtree, loaded with juniors and sophomores. Kind of just tell us what makes this group special.
We all play on the same summer ball team, most of us. We all play in the same team area, the Scrappers, so we all have good chemistry, and Dylan's a really good leader for us, and we all are really good to each other.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just a close-knit group of guys. Just kind of what do you think this team needs to keep doing to keep moving through the regionals?
We just need to keep getting all three phases down, hitting, pitching, and fielding like we did today, and we can go as far as we want.
Thank you so much, Talon. Talon Walton again here, your Rinehardt injury attorney's MVP today. Congratulations, Talon.
Thank you.
Talon getting the ice bath here today, MVP. A little cold?
It's very cold.
Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good?
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Our post-game coverage continues out here at Willard, presented by GEP Global. 11-1, your final score. Walk-off 2 RBI hit here from Quentin Burnett to end the show as Perkins continues moving on. They are now in the Division IV Sweet 16. I'm Brian Skowronski. Evan Johnson, fresh off watching a dude get an ice bath out here, and from talking to the MVP, Talon Walton, I get the impression that this team just really loves each other's company.
Yeah, I mean, you heard him just say they all play summer ball together. I mean, these guys are with each other year round. So, I mean, I think having that chemistry when you're able to play together and play that many games together, you kind of start to know each other and kind of work off each other. That's kind of what we saw today, really, and that makes a lot more sense of why they were all so fluid on the base pass, and everyone knew they had a job to do, and everyone did that job.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Certainly the continuity was a big part of what led them to this district championship. Also, those 5 Colts errors, they're able to capitalize, though, belting out 8 hits here today, and they got on base early, often executed on the base pass. Just really solid overall performance by the Pirates, man. Hard to walk away from this game and not be impressed with what you saw from them collectively as a team.
Never took their foot off the gas. They didn't even just have one big inning. They did starting from the second inning, they scored runs in every single inning. They were just so consistent. They jumped on, Hotz right away. Even when Sandstone came in, they were attacking early in counts. The first batters, it felt like for every inning, was getting on base. I mean, that just goes a long way.
And you see my email down there at the bottom of the screen. If you want to see us continue following the Pirates to regionals, we always love providing the community with the coverage that they deserve. So you can hit me up with sponsorship opportunities, and we just might end up with Perkins out there at Bowling Green. Here's what we got coming up, though, tomorrow on the OH Reports. Monroeville and Matthews. We have 2 really awesome rematches of Elite 8 games from last year. Monroeville was able to take down the Mustangs, who's a perennial powerhouse, a season ago. Eagles with a 17-run victory yesterday as they took down Cuyahoga Heights. Travis Barty's going to be on the call for that one. It should be a little yellow ball there for Lexington versus Bryan. That is the other rematch that took place last year in the regionals. So Makari Chapman looking to get some revenge. She gave up 2 home runs at the end of that game last year to end up losing to a Bryan team that made it all the way to the last day of the season. We'll also have Waynedale taking on Wycliffe. That is a baseball matchup, and we are picking up the Mohawk Lady Warriors taking on Ayersville, the Pilots. That's going down at Bowling Green State University. What's not featured, I'm not sure why the graphic isn't popping up. The Madison Lady Rams, a game that I'm pretty sure that we're going to have you at tomorrow, looking to punch their ticket into the state Final Four. And I'm trying to think back. I don't know that they've done that before, and if they have, it's been a really, really long time. So pretty exciting for them too.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great team, and they're going against another tough squad, Holland Springfield. Got to see them a little bit in the game before Madison yesterday, and that team can put several over the fence. So, I mean, they get to go against Kalia Clapper on the mound for Madison, so it's going to be a star-studded matchup.
So a lot coming up tomorrow, and we still got games on the air right now, so the action just never really stops here on the OH Report. We are your tournament headquarters for everything North Central Ohio, and of course, the future of local sports. Couldn't do it without all of our amazing sponsors that you're seeing going across your screen right now. So many of them combining to bring you the live and free coverage. Global Energy Partners, Wellspring Custom Pharmacy, Rinehardt Injury Attorneys, American Homestead Exteriors, Charter Next Generation, and Mechanics Bank. Joy Hollenbeck makes all the cool commercials that you watch here on our airwaves. She also runs our top cam and was doing some switching today. So double duty, using both mitts at the same time to take some of the pressure off of me doing the directing. My name is Brian Skowronski. I was also your play-by-play, joined by Evan Johnson throughout the course of this week. Also did his first play-by-play game last night in a regional appearance over at Shelby. But that's going to do it for tonight here from Willard. Appreciate everybody watching. We'll see you for a loaded amount of games again tomorrow. So long, folks.